opening interview. It's about 6:30, 6:45, and the morning's off to a great start. I was in here yesterday morning, didn't see anything, but around mid-afternoon had a couple of little spikes come through, and overnight, 8 p.m., had a really nice 9-pointer show up on camera. I noticed the scrape when I walked in was hit pretty hard, definitely in the past few hours, and at around 10 o'clock had that funky racked 5-point come through. Both mature deer and both deer I'd definitely shoot. But this morning I think I only got audio of it because it was way before camera light. But it was legal hunting hours, so this stand I'm in is looking down into this creek bottom, and I heard sticks cracking. Next thing I know, this doe's coming running behind me, and right behind her is a basket rack 8-point that I don't think I've gotten on camera. And it's funny, despite all of the mature bucks that I've gotten on camera in this spot, the one that comes through chasing a doe is a little basket 8-point. But who knows, I heard them grunting out behind me. I think they crossed the road into the field. But I know there's bigger bucks in the area. He ran right under me, and I'm sure it was before camera light, but I think I had the opportunity of a couple opportunities at a shot. Just need that to be the right deer. Hopefully with that doe coming through here, we get one or two of those bucks coming back through. There's only one way to find out, so I'm gonna sit tight. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 31 degrees. Really calm wind, and it's going to be a great morning, so I'm sitting out all day. Hope it pays off, so fingers crossed. Let's see what comes through. stood there, coughed for a minute, and then bedded down. He was moving for a minute or so, but it's been about 30 minutes since the shot, and he hasn't moved at all since. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, my God. Y'all have no idea what that means to me. Oh my gosh. It's been about an hour now, and I still have to keep my voice down. Because he ran maybe 30 yards and bedded down, but I'm fairly certain he's dead now. I'm still shaking. It's been over an hour and I'm still shaking. Started to think to myself there, how annoying that I have all these pictures of mature bucks hitting these scrapes coming right through here. Sure, it's been at night, but still, I have a hot doe come through with a buck chasing her, and despite all those mature bucks that I have on camera, the one chasing her is a little basket 8-pointer. But still, I was really optimistic and committed to sitting in this spot all day. But as you can see, I don't really need to anymore. It was about an hour after that buck chased the doe through here. Sun had just come up and I was hearing blue jays go crazy down in this creek bottom. And usually that means that there's a deer down in there. But another 20-30 minutes passed and didn't see anything. I was still not taking it too seriously, but that's when I heard a stick or two snap down in there. And that's when I stood up and I was like, there's definitely something down in there. And I don't know, a few minutes later, I caught movement. And it was a huge set of antlers. I'm almost certain I've had pictures of that buck, but not recently. And he came right up the trail. He hit a scrape at 22-23 yards. And I was waiting for the right shot. And one thing I pride myself on is I take really good care of my equipment. I trust it. I shoot a lot. That arrow is the same arrow I shot that buck with a few days ago. And I just sharpened that broadhead last night, and that thing is sharp. So far this season, I've had a string of really, really good shots on deer. And after watching that replay back, you know, I'm kind of disappointed in that shot. Sure, got the job done. He's dead 30 yards away, but I could have been more patient with that. Pretty sure he was going to turn broadside and walk through that trail, but the whole time I'm thinking all of the hard work, all the miles I've put out here, and I finally have this giant buck at 20 yards, and I was going to take the first opportunity I had. I hit him really far forward, and he was really quartering too. But he had no idea what hit him because he only went 20-30 yards. Started coughing, bedded down. I watched him move for a minute or two. But now he hasn't moved for over an hour now. The last thing I want to do is jump him up, so I'm sitting up here for a little while longer before I even get down. I gotta pull myself together. I'll catch you guys at the bottom of the tree. Oh my goodness. All right, everyone. It is just about 10:30 now, so it's been 3 hours since I shot that buck, and he hasn't moved at all. And I got down and was able to glass him. He's dead, which is, I don't know. It's awesome. I'm just down at the bottom of the tree. Got my stuff down at the base. This is the tree I was in right behind me, and you can see it's quite the opening here. He came in and from this direction and hit this scrape right here. Walked over these logs, and my arrow's right here. Definitely exited in the guts, it looks like. So I'm gonna pull it out, inspect it, and we can follow blood to him. Now that's a good sight. I'm right here on the trail. This is where he was standing when I shot him. It's like an 18-yard shot. There's blood sprayed onto this log behind me. So he went right through this trail to the left. I see him bedded down over there, so we're just gonna walk this trail and get right up to him. Let's do this. There he is. Yes! Look at this. That is the road right there. My goodness. I'm gonna get him drug out to the opening with the rest of my stuff, and I'll catch up with you guys there. All right, everyone. I feel like I'm still not woken up from this dream. I mean, like I mentioned, there have been 3 years of heavy hunting from me out here, and I still had yet to see a mature buck in person. I know they're out here, and it's just been super tough. Not to mention the many years I spent as a kid hunting out here. Basically since I was 11, I've been hitting this property, deer hunting it with my dad, and then really hitting it hard myself over the past 3 years. And it's been hard to stay motivated. There had been, for anyone who has watched the Public Land Diaries series, there are many sits where I do not see a single deer. And I mentioned when I set up this stand how excited I was about it, and really this is your notice to not get caught up going so deep and trying to kill yourself to get out in these mountains. Sure, there's big bucks out there, and it is a heck of a fun time doing it. But sometimes you need to just sit back and look at the big picture and just try to figure out where some spots aren't getting hit. And this spot, as I've mentioned, is 100 yards from the road, maybe, and maybe a couple 100 yards from the parking area. It is right here in a spot where so many hunters and hikers and recreational activities are going on all day, all week, and there's still mature bucks in here. There is a scrape hit harder than any scrape I've ever seen. I've had a camera over it, and these bucks have been nailing it every night. This opening is right on the other side of that scrape, and he hit the one on the far side, probably headed towards the one behind my stand too. So this spot is a honey hole for sure. Sure, I sat 2, 3, 4 times, didn't see a thing, but I knew when it heated up and when the right time came, there were going to be bucks moving through here during daylight. And he was coming right through broad daylight, 7:20 in the morning. And like I said, it's just a dream. This is a buck that we had on camera.
Probably starting in late October, we had the first picture of him, and immediately knew he was one of the biggest bucks we've had on camera. And good Lord, he is a great deer. This is one of my biggest deer I've ever shot, if not the biggest, and for sure the biggest public land deer, because this is the first deer I've ever shot on public land. Despite how many years I've been hunting it, I've passed up many does. There's not many days on this property where you can hunt and kill does, so it's always been bucks, and I've passed up a lot of young ones, and it's definitely paid off. This is just a magnificent deer and an amazing way to cap off several years, an entire hunting career of pursuits out here. And now it's on to the next challenge. This isn't going to cap it off for sure, but this is going to finish out my season. I am tagged out on bucks in Virginia. We're allowed to get 3 bucks, and I hunt different counties, so earn a buck doesn't really qualify, but I've gotten 3 bucks, and now all I have left is 1 doe tag, so it's going to slow down for me a little bit, but I still will be going out with my brother and my dad trying to get some cool footage of them rifle hunting, so that'll be in the books. And not far drag for this one, which is pretty unique. Like I said, only a couple 100 yards to the parking area, and I'm gonna get him gutted out here and get him back to the truck. But I just still feel like it's a dream. This has been amazing, an amazing morning. One of the November mornings you dream of. The feels like temp was in the 20s this morning, and it's still pretty cool, but that sun is shining, and I couldn't be happier. It's still muzzleloader season, that's why I have the orange on, so I'm gonna be careful getting out of here. I don't think anyone else is hunting this property. I might have it to myself today, but it's been a beautiful morning, a beautiful way to end a really long pursuit out here on public land. And I may seem calm now, but it hasn't settled in. It seems like this has just been a dream, and I am so incredibly happy and really looking forward to the next challenge in my hunting career. So this has been awesome, and guys, I appreciate all your support through these years, and for the people who do watch the Public Land Diaries series, thank you. I know it hasn't been entertaining, but it has been a learning process, and I know for any hunter out there who's trying to take on public land, there's a lot to learn from these videos. So I hope you take a moment and watch all of them, and take what you can from them, because even making them, I've learned a lot, and there's plenty more to learn. But this is a great way to show that sometimes your hard work does get paid off. And like I've said 100 times now, I couldn't be happier. What a dream buck and what a dream hunt. Y'all, appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you from the woods next time.